Power is one of the most interesting dimensions of our work as leaders, as parents, as friends. The way that we use our power, the way that we take power sometimes, the way that we give up power sometimes. There are a lot of different forms of power. So one form of power is about force and making people do things, or trying. Using fear, using intimidation, using positional power. I'm the boss, do what I say. And implicit in that is a threat. If you don't do what I say, you're going to get fired. There's a place for that kind of power. There's costs and benefits to every use of power. So one of the things that happens is, as you start paying more attention to your own use of power and recognizing that you have multiple forms of power. A lot of people have a big problem, which is that they give up their power. And they say, well, I don't know, whatever you think. And inside they're saying, no, this is what I really need. This is what I really want. This is the right answer. And they're in a sense, they're lying. And they're saying, no, I'm not sure, whatever, it's fine with me. But it's not fine with them. That's kind of giving up power. That's moving towards the victim end of the spectrum. At the other end of the spectrum is the dictator spectrum. And as you're moving towards the dictator, you're hearing somebody and they're saying, I want this. And you're saying, no, this is the way it has to be. You have to, you should, there's no choice. You don't have options. We have to do it this way. The right thing is, this is our requirement. This is the expectation. We start using these words to kind of assert power over others. I would encourage you to just pay attention where you are on that spectrum. Do you tend to move towards the victim stance? When? What's happening in you that pushes you that direction? Are you moving sometimes toward the dictator stance, where you're taking power? There's an emotional component to this for you. You are probably feeling something that's tending you to tip over to the victim. You're probably feeling something that's tending you to tip over to the dictator. What is the most powerful place to be is in the middle, when you're in that place of being the ally. And you're not taking power, which means that people can be independent or interdependent. They're able to do those things and execute on their own. You're not giving up power, which means you're not making yourself dependent on others. You're not losing and silencing yourself. That place of the ally is a place of balance. And I wish I knew how to stay there all the time. Sometimes I slip into the victim. Sometimes I slip into the dictator. I think the trick is to notice yourself when you're slipping off that middle point, to notice it quickly and step back to that very firm ground of being the ally. When you find that real sense of strength, what happens is you're not compromising in ways that you're uncomfortable with, but you're also not overly controlling and asking others to compromise in ways that they're uncomfortable. When you operate from that ally perspective, you're able to build your own internal strength, but also honor the internal strength of others. And that multiplies your efficacy, because you start building real alliances with people where you can really do your best and they can really do their best. And that's what real power is going to look like.